Today we're checking out two pops I'm sure I've said multiple times I wasn't going to buy. Are they utter rubbish? Let's find out. So in today's box I have two pops that, as you can see, have been picked up from the wonderful online retailer Geek Garage. I'm sure most of you guys, at least if you're UK based, will have heard of them, seen them, potentially even used them yourself. Nice big sturdy box, we like that. But let's check out the two pops that I'm talking about. Whew, that was harder than it should have been. So, making sure I do this in the correct numerical order. The first one we have is Venom from the upcoming Venom or Venom 2 film called There Be Carnage. Now, I do like this one, huge Venom fan, and I always planned on picking this one up. But the one that I've never wanted, I suppose is the best way to put it, is Carnage. Now, I don't know what you guys think, and we're going to get him out of the box, but the movie version of Carnage in comparison to the comic book version of Carnage, or at least in Funko format, just looks terrible as far as I'm concerned. Even down to the colouring. Now, I appreciate what I'm showing you here. He looks very dark and you can't really see him. He is a rubbishy, horrible, reddy brown. So while I talk, let's bring these up on screen so you can see them a wee bit closer. We'll start with Venom. So as we can see, he has his usual sticky out tongue that I actually like. For some reason I associate that big long trailing tongue with Venom. Same goes for his eyes. Can't beat that. Snarly gnashers, again, digging that. He looks a wee bit more ripped than, I suppose that's not fair. I was going to say than I normally associate with Venom, but that's probably not true. It's just that his abs and muscles seem to stand out a little bit more on this pop than a few others, unless I've maybe just not paid quite as much attention. Now with this, I'm not sure what I think of the texture on his head. Why is his head almost grainy, but the body isn't? I kind of feel like if they were going to make the pop itself, or such an important part of the pop textured, that you should make the body the same. Well, actually, I'm saying it's not. When I turn it in the light, you should see that there is slight texturing to it, but for some reason the head just has so much more. It probably is because there's a much greater surface area, but it almost feels like two separate pops that have been stuck together, that the head is it a different finish? It just seems really glossy and shiny, but the body doesn't have the same finish to it. Now, I don't know, is this a general issue with my pop, or is it the pop in general that for whatever reason they've made them slightly different? And if I'm being honest, the black almost looks different as well off it. What I do really like though, as I say, is facially looks brilliant, bang on as far as I'm concerned. I like his tongue, I like his teeth, I like his eyes, I like his awesome smile that he's got. I also really like the way that they've styled his hands. He is in quite a kind of fighty, menacing pose, which I think really suits Venom. Now we switch across to Carnage, and if I hold him back here, you should see as I turn him that kind of reddy brown tinge that I was talking about. And I have seen some people liken it to a jobby, the colour. If your jobbies are this colour, I think you probably need to go and see a doctor. I'll let you make that decision. If we take a closer look at him, the head shape just feels wrong. I don't know why. The head shape just doesn't feel right. I don't know if is it the way that his eyes come further back in the head in comparison to how Venom looks, and his body as a whole follows that kind of similar suit. We can see his right arm is kind of transitioning from hand into tendrils or a blade. As a matter of fact, it looks, is that a spike that's coming off it? Texture wise, he is actually pretty good, if I'm honest. If I would cover his head and just look at the body, I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty cool pop. Do I like it? I think the answer is still no. I like the body. I think the body's great. I might have preferred if it was slightly redder. Do I like it? As I say, I think I'm on the fence. It's like, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's the eyes. If I'm honest, I think it's the eyes. The other thing that I think is a little bit lazy is that they've almost just doubled up Venom's head. Another thing that I've also noticed is he is abysmal to stand. What do you guys reckon to these two pops? Do you love them? Do you hate them? I know when they were initially teased, people went crazy about how bad this one was, that it was essentially a sack of rubbish. And I think I still maybe feel the same. This guy, however, I really, really do like. I can totally get on board with this movie version of Venom. I think it's great. His balance isn't fantastic either. I think it's the kind of action stance that they've probably overstretched, and they've not thought about the actual weight or balance caused by the bobble once they've put it on, or maybe it's the tongue that's tipping it. So they're maybe not the best out of box pops, which is a shame because they do have a reasonably high level of texture and detail on them. Now there's also the NYCC exclusive Carnage, which is coming out, which again I've seen some people have some rather comical comments about, again, how terrible it looks or what it may represent. Will I get it? I'm going to say no now, but realistically, you know what that means, that I'm probably going to have it in a couple of weeks' time. So that is the two pops. We have Venom and we have Carnage. What do you guys reckon? I think you know my opinion on them by now. Will you be picking them up? Have you already got them? I've not seen that many people posting them on social media, which says to me that not many people are fussed for it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys reckon, and I'll see you guys for another unboxing video real soon.